Has the Indian equity investor come of age, and is the February data is the March data, excuse me, showing that, or could there be a slip between the cup and the lip because the net outflows do continue? So there are multiple ways to look at this because of liquidity fund, of course. Mr. NS Venkatesh joins in right now from AMFI needs no introduction. Joins in to speak about his thoughts on the monthly data. Mr. Venkatesh, good having you. Thanks so much for joining in. How do you view this month's data?
This month's data, I would say the AMs have shown a dip. Definitely the dip has come in the debt funds side, which was expected because it is seasonal in nature. The quarter end as well as the year end is there. So the major dip of 1,94,000 has come from the debt side out of the total dip of somewhere around 2,12,700 crores. So out of that 1,94,000 has come from the debt side. Especially liquid funds is around 1,10,000 crore dip. That is purely seasonal. Then the next major dip that we saw was on the arbitrage fund. Arbitrage fund was showing somewhere around 33,700 crores of dip, which also is mainly, I would say, one-off, mainly because the cash, compared to cash spot, the futures were going at a discount. So naturally, these sort of times the people will withdraw the money. And I'm hopeful that it will come back in the times to come. So I would say the positive feature here is somewhere around 11,700 crores have come into the equity schemes, which is a very high number in this current year and during the current circumstances, which shows that the equity investors have really matured. And they are trying to take advantage of the dips in the markets by coming into the equity funds and participating in the equity growth story. That is where it has happened.
Yeah, well, actually the SIP number for the month gone as well as the FY20 SIP book, right? It's over a 1 lakh crore number. I mean, it's probably the highest inflow ever in a financial year. It does speak volumes about maybe some of the activity that the body is done and the mutual fund lobby is done at large. I mean, rather in a positive, I'm using the term, has done too. Do you reckon that the lump sum investing could also happen? Are you hearing signs of that? Because we hear a lot of advisors who come on the mutual fund show saying that this is a good time to deploy as part of your lump sum money if you had some cash into mutual funds as well.
I agree. I am also hearing that. Essentially, the SIP number for the year, financial year, is crossed 1 lakh crore. That is a great number to have. And it is a record number. We have never touched 1 lakh crore in the past. So this is 1 lakh crore is a record number, a milestone for SIP inflows for this current financial year. And the lump sum amounts are also being invested because I am also hearing from the market that, yes, this is the right time for them to pick up or participate in the equity story. Whosoever has didn't have an opportunity or missed an opportunity in the past, they feel that this is the right time for them to participate. And I think it's the right time. Yes, definitely the earnings related story will come in. That will make the market move a little bit sideways for some time. But definitely this is the right time for us to participate, for investors who have surplus cash to participate in the equity story.
Where is the worry, Mr. Venkatesh? I mean, one is on the debt side, you've seen some wrinkles here and there, not too much, but some wrinkles here and there. What is the worry according to you? Would the market volatility, never mind what's happened last week, would the market volatility come in to bite the sentiment around equity funds, or you don't fear that?
No, I don't believe that. I believe that the 23% correction which had happened, and after that maybe we have recovered, the market has recovered substantially. So now the economic fundamentals will come into play. So to that much extent, huge volatility is not expected in the market. So this is the right time for them to re-enter. And once the economic growth comes back, this year the economic growth may take a back seat, but once the economic growth comes back, whosoever has participated in the market at this particular point of time will stand to benefit.
One last question, Mr. Venkatesh. We had seen the advent of a lot of smaller equity schemes also starting to come in. I mean, small cap, there were 4 or 5 NFOs or restarting of funds, etc. We've seen money move out of small cap funds. The AUM also come off in the month gone by. Is that a bit of a worry? Maybe because of coronavirus, things were not timed. It's impossible to time that. But could that be a small bother?
Maybe that will pass. Maybe it will take a couple of maybe a 1 quarter or a 2 quarter time for that to pass. Once the economic growth starts rebounding, the small caps will also rebound much more faster. So I think we should give some time for the small caps to come up.
Okay, Mr. Venkatesh, I understand you have a busy schedule. We'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us at BloombergQuint.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.